In the quiet seaside village of Haven's Edge, the arrival of a massive iceberg just off the coast was a spectacle that drew everyone's attention. The townspeople, accustomed to the occasional drift of ice from the north, gathered to observe this colossal visitor. And while everything was mostly stunned by the size of the ice, there was one person who noticed something very different about this incredible natural phenomenon. Michael had been scanning the iceberg with his very high-quality binoculars for a while now. But when he let his gaze glide over the top of the ice, he was suddenly stopped when he thought he saw something very much out of the ordinary. There was clearly something moving up there. Before we start, smash the like button and make sure to subscribe if you haven't, and hit that notification bell so that you won't miss any new stories. But after observing it for a few seconds, the movement disappeared to the other side of the iceberg, and Michael could not see it anymore. Whatever or whoever it was had to have been on there for days or even weeks. The ice does not exactly travel fast in the slow drift of the ocean. What could it have survived for all that time? And why was it at the top of the iceberg? Michael was unsure of what to do next. Should he tell somebody? Michael doubted that they would even believe it. Michael decided not to tell anybody what he had seen and wanted to go to the iceberg alone. He knew that he could lend the small speedboat of his brother-in-law, as he took that often. Michael quickly went home to make some preparations for his journey to the top of the iceberg. Emerging from the alleys, Michael saw the harbor, quiet in the early dawn. The harbor, usually bustling with activity, was now eerily still. He approached the boat, his heart a mix of fear and excitement. This journey to the iceberg could change everything. As he started the engine quietly, he realized this journey to the iceberg might reveal secrets that could change his town forever. Michael steered the boat out of the harbor, keeping it close to the shore, away from patrol routes. Alone in the vastness of the sea, Michael's thoughts wandered. The monotony of his daily life in Haven's Edge seemed like a distant dream. As Michael neared the iceberg, its sheer size became overwhelming. Michael anchored the boat near the iceberg's towering facade. He gathered his climbing gear, each piece a lifeline in the upcoming ascent. Securing his gear, he took a deep breath and began the ascent. The ice was unforgiving, slippery and cold to the touch. Every step was a battle against the unpredictable surface. As Michael drew closer to the top, his heart raced with anticipation. What would he find at the summit? Would it be the barren peak of a lifeless iceberg or something more? Standing at the summit, Michael was engulfed by a breathtaking panoramic view. As he surveyed the area, Michael noticed subtle signs that hinted he wasn't alone. Footprints, barely discernible, led across the snow. Exploring further, Michael found undeniable evidence of recent human activity. Each discovery deepened the mystery. But what purpose could someone have in this remote, unforgiving environment? Driven by the unfolding mystery, Michael intensified his search. He scoured the summit, looking for any additional clues that might offer insight into the enigmatic presence. Further, Michael discovered a makeshift shelter tucked into a crevice. Constructed from a tarpaulin and supported by a framework of ice axes, the shelter was rudimentary but ingenious. The most revealing discovery came when Michael found scientific equipment near the shelter. Weathered notebooks filled with detailed observations and data, alongside a broken Geiger counter and a battered telescope, hinted at a scientific purpose behind the occupants' presence. This revelation shifted Michael's perspective. The iceberg, once a symbol of nature's untamed beauty, now also represented a chapter of human endeavor, possibly a research mission gone awry. Suddenly, the calm skies turned as a fierce blizzard engulfed the summit. Michael, caught off guard, scrambled to build a shelter. As the night progressed, Michael's resourcefulness was put to the test. He rationed the limited food and water he had, mindful of the uncertain days ahead. The situation was dire, but Michael refused to succumb to despair. As dawn broke, the storm gradually subsided, giving way to a serene silence. Michael cautiously emerged from his shelter, greeted by a world transformed by snow and ice. With the easing weather, Michael prepared to continue his exploration. As the storm cleared, Michael resumed his exploration, uncovering more signs of the mysterious inhabitant. Scattered around the shelter were various tools, each with a story to tell. Venturing beyond the shelter, Michael noticed a trail of footprints in the fresh snow. With each step, he followed the tracks, his curiosity growing. The footprints led him across the summit, weaving through the ice formations. They were a silent guide, leading him deeper into the heart of the iceberg, an area where he discovered what appeared to be a makeshift research station. Beneath a camouflage tarp, he found scientific instruments, weathered by time but still intact. A portable weather station, a collection of geological samples, and an old, rusted camera hinted at a serious scientific endeavor. Among the items at the research station, Michael found a series of documents and journals. The pages revealed the work of a scientist, Dr. Jensen, who had been studying the iceberg's trajectory and composition. His notes were meticulous, filled with observations, hypotheses, and personal reflections. As Michael pieced together the clues, he began to understand the scope of Dr. Jensen's work. The iceberg had been more than a floating mass of ice. It was a moving laboratory, a vessel for scientific discovery. Dr. Jensen's research offered insights into climate change and glacial movements. Michael felt a profound respect for the scientist's dedication. In the dense fog, a figure emerged, startling Michael. It was Dr. Harold Jensen, the scientist whose legacy he had just begun to unravel. Dr. Jensen looked weary, his face weathered by the harsh conditions, but his eyes sparkled with an undiminished spirit. Michael, filled with curiosity and Jensen knew they needed to act. Together, they constructed a makeshift beacon using parts from Dr. Jensen's equipment and Michael's climbing gear. They positioned it at the highest point they could safely reach, hoping its signal would penetrate the dense fog and endless expanse of sea and ice. It was a desperate measure, but it ignited a flicker of hope in the bleak Arctic wilderness. As they waited for rescue, a severe storm hit, testing their already perilous situation. The wind howled with ferocious intensity, threatening to tear apart their shelter and extinguish their beacon. Huddled together, Michael and Dr. Jensen battled to keep the beacon alive, their hands numb and faces lashed by the icy wind. In the chaos of the blizzard, the beacon became their lifeline, a shining symbol of hope. Against all odds, it continued to emit its signal, piercing through the storm's fury. As the storm raged, a search and rescue helicopter, alerted by the police back in Haven's Edge, appeared on the horizon. The crew had spotted the beacon's signal amidst the storm. The helicopter maneuvered closer, battling the fierce winds, a harbinger of safety and the end of their ordeal on the iceberg. Aboard the rescue helicopter, Michael and Dr. Jensen watched the iceberg fade into the distance. They reflected on their incredible journey, the isolation, the survival, the unexpected friendship. The experience had changed them, forging a bond that only those who have faced adversity together could understand. As they headed towards safety, they knew this was more than just a rescue. It was the start of a new chapter in their lives, defined by resilience, friendship, and a profound respect for the untamed beauty of nature.